Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very overcast Laguna Seca Raceway in Monterey Peninsula, California. This has been the site of the International Grand Prix the last few years, but due to that well, Bernie Ecclestone has created a little problem for us, so now we're running in the event. And I'm Pat Gonzalez, you may know me from the Canadian events, which unfortunately are not televised down here. But with me as ever is Matt Oxley.
Thank you, Pat.
Welcome, Matt. What are we going to be seeing out here exactly today?
Well, today we have the... Well, why don't we then cut down to dawn in the pits?
And thank you, Pat and Matt. As here we are, Laguna Seca, in the Muzzy Kawasaki pits. Scott Russell, fresh off his Daytona win, of course sharing the pit with the #1 plate holder, Thomas Stevens. Stevens awaiting Superbike practice session. It looks like he's messing with Russell's helmet. Well, that's not very sportsmanlike, is it? Oh! And just look at that! A shot to the midsection of one of the mechanics. This man cannot be popular with Kawasaki executives. Rob Muzzy, of course, the man who has brought Kawasaki several Superbike championships with Lawson, Rainey, Chandler. Here we see Scott Russell on his Supersport bike, of course running the DOT tires. He is #1 plate holder, soaking up a bit of the local media attention. Rob Muzzy. The wax mustache, chatting with a photographer. Obviously has little to do. Must be a very confident man. Not a wrench to be seen in either hand. The dark shades. I guess that's the sort of thing you can afford once you have Superbike championships in your arsenal. Thomas Stevens giving the tires a bit of heat as he ventures out for the first practice session. Rob Muzzy looking on. And look at that, it's a Coca-Cola. Through the corkscrew goes Russell, warming the tires. Russell, of course, touted as the man to beat in 1992. Over turn 1. And into the hairpin. Russell slamming the Ninja down on its cases. Teammate Stevens. The #1 plate is awfully heavy, as any former champion will tell you. Can he live up to the challenge? Can he live up to the promise? Course started endurance racing several years ago, and just look at the speed. Over the crest of turn 1. Sits up for an air brake, revving the throttle, matching engine speed with rear tire speed. Absolute masters of the craft. And on to the Commonwealth pits. This, of course, the Honda supported Commonwealth team. Mike Smith, lead rider, Formula USA champion. His teammate, Tom Kipp, new boy to the factory Superbike class. Kipp seems a bit concerned with his appearance. Perhaps he should be a bit more concerned with going fast. I'm sure some of the other riders would agree. Kipp, top privateer past few years. And of course he shares a pit with the #1 plate holder in the 250cc Grand Prix class, Jimmy Filice. The short man from California, and he's picking a winner. Jimmy Filice, a little recreation there. Of course, one of the only top men to ride a Honda in the 250 GP circuit. The Yamaha TZ's absolutely dominating. What are you gonna do after you win the race?
Good time. Big victory.
Big confident Mike Smith venturing out into the dry practice session. following Steve Crevier through the corkscrew. A big tug on the bars, with the bike crank over for the next right-hander. Crevier and Smith, of course, riding the Honda RC30 Superbike. The teammates through turn 2. Looking smooth and consistent. Tom Kipp, number 16, bringing up a rear guard action. And on his 600cc Super Sport bike. Of course, both riders taking on duties in 2 classes. Jamie James, the man who has brought fresh life to the Vansenheind team. Of course, a tragedy with his teammate this weekend. Larry Schwartzbach, scheduled to ride both a Super Sport bike and a Superbike, had a nasty little incident on the front straightaway. Entirely not his fault. He had to run over another bike and rider, in fact. Suffered damage to both legs and a wrist. James, watching the mechanics fuel the bike. Of course, Vansenheind suffering a bit of late, losing Thomas Stevens to the Muzzy Kawasaki camp. James has been known to win. That never say die spirit. He certainly does get that Yamaha cranked over, doesn't he? James passing a bark marker with unbelievable ease. The horsepower of that machine, quite incredible. Of course, new to the Superbikes this year in AMA competition, the carbon fiber brakes. Look at the shroud covering the front disc. Of course, keeping in the heat because the carbon fiber only works at higher temperatures. Rob Muzzy, and he's still drinking that Coca-Cola. Crevier, of course, playing second fiddle in the other big Honda team. This is the Commonwealth rival with Honda, the 2 brothers racing, Craig and Kevin Arion. Of course, starting this team from basically a pile of parts several years ago, and they've managed to secure fast Freddy Spencer. And of course, the American fans absolutely delighted that he has come back to put on a show for the home crowd. 3-time world champion Freddy Spencer on a top-notch team. The 2 brothers have come very far indeed, and this is an absolutely competitive RC30 Honda. Flicking it left and right to the corkscrew. Freddy, of course, a very popular man with the fans, and his girlfriend is not bad herself. Very supportive of his racing career, of course, and they just won't leave Freddy alone. Look at that, more autographs. Joined in the team by Rick Kirk, riding a 600cc Superbike bike and the 250 GP machine, and Crevier with a big wheelie through the corkscrew. Hello to you too. On then to the Ducati squad. Ducati, of course, World Superbike champions 2 years running, sporting Doug Polen in World Superbike, Pascal Picotte in Super Twins and American Superbike. Polen, an absolute master at setting up any motorcycle he rides. The number 23 Ducati,
nothing wrong with this wheel.
tuned to an absolute perfection by Araldo Ferracci. Ferracci checking the trueness of the wheel. Of course, the Italian did what said couldn't be done last year, as he and Polen won an absolutely incredible 17 out of 23 starts in World Superbike, decimating the field. Pascal Picard venturing out for the practice session for Super Twins. Of course, the Ducatis, very competitive in Superbike, which means that they have nothing to worry about in Super Twins. Doug Polen, the flagman for the Ducati squad. Just look at his speed, and it looks so effortless. Around the 90-degree right-hand turn 3, and he's halfway down the straight before you can blink. Faraci has a lot to live up to this year. Of course, as we discussed before, the burden of any #1 plate holder, and that is in World Superbike. Don Sakakura in a team that couldn't be different, sporting air and oil-cooled GSXR 750s opposed to the twin-cylinder Ducatis. Of course, Team Suzuki seems to sport new riders every year. This year's no exception, with Dave Sadowski, known of course as Ski to his fans, returning to road racing after back problems kept him on the sidelines last year. Joining him is Britt Turkington, the Team Valvoline, Suzuki Endurance veteran. You see Sadowski coming through. And Turkington lofting the front wheel. No shortage of power there. Ski. Onto the grid then. Second row and first row.
No, you suck.
Polen and Spencer share a few words before the start. An anxious Jamie James looks on as the tyre warmers perform their duty, allowing the riders to go a little faster at the start. No scuffing necessary. Of course, all the top teams have them. Spencer's Honda. Spencer enjoying the applause of the crowd.
Everybody loved me. Everybody smiled.
Polen on pole position. How appropriate. The Commonwealth bike of Mike Smith. Smith enjoying the Camel Girl. And here they go out for the warm-up lap.
You go out.
Freddie.
You go out first.
And Scott.
Hey.
These two, of course, battled furiously in Daytona, and neither seems to want to go out first.
You go out first.
Oh, just look at that. It seems to be a waiting game here at Laguna Seca.
Ah, screw it, I'm going.
And Russell gives in first. Polen on pole. Russell second. Pascal Picard in third and Freddy Spencer in fourth. That's the front row. And the race is over! Oh my god. And Polen has run an absolute magnificent race. Delighted with his performance. He's going to pop a bit of the bubbly, I assume. And there it is. Russell in second and Mike Smith in third on a Commonwealth bike. Perhaps they could show a little more enthusiasm. crashes. I thought we'd have the footage and just there's nothing. So
Boringest race I've been to. Well, that was all very exciting, wasn't it?
Oh, haven't seen anything like it since Superbike, '88.
Well, in any case, so long for now. We'll see you next time from a racetrack that's probably equally a short drive from our house, probably Sears Point.
Yes, and this is my partner, Matt Oxley. I'm Pat Gonzalez. So long for now. Are we clear?
Clear.
You know, next time, why don't we go out to the racetrack and do the commentary instead of front shed?
Get out of here.